Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Michael? Hello, Michael? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, then say something. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hear me, say something. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Why are you not talking? Is it that you don't know how to turn on the audio? Hello? You are not muted though. Unmute yourself. Maybe it's mute. Under underneath, you see mute and unmute. Can only send. I did not lock you. Everything is open here. Oh, can you see the screen? Let me see if you can. Can you see this screen? Can you see this screen? This terminal? Can you see it? If you can see, please let me know on the group chat, on the chat. All right. Very clear. Okay. So let's move on. So I have um I have a project called Oyale calculator here. It's stored on my desktop. So as we all know, we do top PWD, then we change directory to desktop because that's where the file is sitting. I stored it directly on the desktop. So I'm going to try to see it if my calculator is working. So Python 3, since I have two versions of Python, then Oyale calc, yeah, the calculator is a very simple calculator. Let's say first number is 20. What do I want to do with it? I want to add, I want to do addition, right? I will enter the operator, right? I will hit enter. I'll enter the second number, which is 30. Then you see calculations. Can you see? If you can see, tell me on the charts. Say I can see results. I don't even know why you cannot see something. Say I can see results. Just type I can see result, or you say CT, or instead of too much writing. Okay, yeah, all right. Moving on. Other operations. To bring it on again. Let's say 100. This time now is the next operation here is what? Minus 30, and the result is 70, as you can see. Again, as we move on to like say 40. The next operation, which is division. What is division here? The second number, 40 divided by 2. From the operation, you can see. So the three operations is there, right? The three operations has been used. You can add more operations. We jump multiplication. So multiplication, let's say 10 times 10. You see the results? And this means something. So the code that is powering this is going to be the next thing now that will show. So you can see the code. If you can see, I can see the code. I can see the code. A very simple calculator. Very, very simple calculator. You can see the code. Just type, I can see the code. Let's go on. I can see the code, please. I want to make sure that you're seeing and you're listening. I see the code. Okay. Can move on now. It's a very simple calculator program. Yeah. Very, very simple, Charlie. And what we are doing, we are printing calculator. Yeah. We're setting an input. This input, we force it in case if it is a float. If a float input is put in there, conversion is going to happen. The operator is set for the variables, which is also an input. Its first number and second number. You could also bring into 3 operations, 2 operations, 4 operations, depending. Like mathematical arithmetic can come in here. then you can perform operator. But there is something very unique here, which is equals, like the equation, not the assignment, not the descript. If you remember, the equation, if operator is equal to plus, then result should be equals to number 1 plus number 2. And when that happens, you are going to print the file in the forms of a result, adding the number 1 to the number 2 and give the results. If that did not happen, there is elif. The elif operator is equal to what? Minus, because if you did not choose plus, the next operator is going to be what? Minus. When minus is chosen on the result, it's going to be number 1 minus number 2, depending on which one comes first. Then print the file in form of a result to minus number 1, number 2 from number 1, and you give the result of the equation. Another elif operator is the multiplications. When that happens, if the first elif did not happen, the second elif, in case if it is that one that happened, because it's a condition now. If that did not happen, excuse me, a multiplication happen, then you are going to multiply number 1 to number 2 and do the equation. Another elif with a very, very special character, elif operator is equal to division, right? But if number 2 is not equal to 0, because if number 2 is equal to 0, you have to declare that caveat, that conditions that guide it. If number 2 is not equal to 0, then result should be number 1 divided by number 2. Because a number divided by 0, you know that is not possible. So print the file to number 1 divided by number 2 to give the result. As print error, and you can say that division by 0 is not what? Allowed. Because you have already, in your line of code, using the condition if statement, that if number 2 is not equal to 0, that is when error will not occur. But if that happens, if the person is very, very arrogant and want to impute 0 to know what is there, definitely that declaration will come in like error, and the explanation to the error is division by 0 is what? Not allowed. And if that did not happen, you are going to print invalid operator. Please use plus or minus or multiplication or division. Any question? Hello? Any question? Are you still here? Hello? Go ahead with the question, please. Hello? All right, go ahead with the question. You say you have one question. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. If the number 2 is greater than number 1, of course, division will happen and it will give you the value. In that case, it will record 0 points, right? Yeah. There will be a division, provided the number 2, because there is only one caveat. irrespective of so many mathematical rules or theorems, yeah, there is only one caveat here that is recognized, and that caveat is if number 2 is not equal to 0. For whatever other caveats, you have to pencil them down here for better recognition. If number 2 is greater than number 1, that caveat was not penciled. So division will go on. Error will not occur. If you understand, say understand. If you don't understand, say I do not understand. All right. Any other question? So if you see this code, the code is full of variables. Variables, like the number 1 is a variable. Operator itself is a variable. Number 2 is a variable, right? And there is an if conditions, elif condition, so many elif. In the last elif, there is if and there is else. That means the last elif has 2 conditions. The if, which is number 2 not equal to 0, that is when it result to go on. And the else, if that did not happen and 0 is imputed, the else now will print, which is error, division by 0 not allowed. Else, you have to print the invalid, since the operators givens were not followed. Think towards this and ask question, please. So many questions are here. Look through let me expand it. Look through the codes. Look through very well. Because from this code, assignment will come. Excuse me, let me plug my computer. Yeah, go through it. Okay. What is a, give me a second. Your print statement result. Sorry, I'm not getting it here. Your print statement is result. What is what? What does that do? I don't understand that though. What does that do? And what is the significance of the F? That is the file, declaring the file. What is it? And why are the number one and number two results inside the curly brackets? For recognitions that they are variables to be extracted from, that the arithmetic takes precedence on the variable result, and the result use the object number one and number two with the operators. That is why the significations of the curly brackets, because they are singular objects, right? And that singular objects now has values. So it's like object of dictionary. They are object of dictionary. You know, number one, and then value for number one, like you have to enter 20. And then number two, value for number two have to enter maybe like 20 again. You add them to give 40. I don't know if that makes you better, give you better understanding. As I'm answering this your question, I say, and why are the number one, number two, and the result inside the curly brackets? That is the one that I'm answering now. I've answered number two. Your number one, I do not. Come again with which one? Specify, please, the number. When you ask questions, give me the number. Why is this person messaging me again? And he takes 600,000 naira from my distance. Why? 100,000 is a lot. No. I'm in classroom. For number two, I say that is a significations of files for better readability. Variables can be separated in a single entity if that is not added. But for readability, just like A plus B, and you put them in a parenthesis. A plus B, parenthesis. Or like 4 plus 8, parenthesis. You know, but that declaration is not done. So you have to specify that that file is going to give is in parentheses of the results. That is for question 2. Then question 3, you understand that one already. Is subject. I say that why they are all in curly bracket, they are object of dictionary. And what I mean by object of dictionary is number one is an object. Object has value. For example, if you enter it, they're going to tell you the value. You put the value, you hit again for the number 2, and you put the value, you hit again, the result. The result now becomes the value of the results in terms of the RESULT. Do you understand? Can you hear me? Do you understand? Hello? Are you there? As far as this calculator is concerned, the essence of this project is for you to master if, elif, and else conditions. At least you master, you know what input is now, by now. Yeah, so this is one use case for elif, for if, and for else, for print functions, right? And variables. For as far as all of this is concerned, number one, the variable name is what? Number one, and from float all the way here is the value. Same also, operator becomes a variable here, input all the way becomes what? The value. So that is the essence of a variable, if, elif, and else statements, and print functions. So the assignment that I'll be forwarding to you by the end of this class is going to be on these three, and it will make sense project from it. So why I come up with this concept is I want to know your understanding on each topic that we treated. Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? All right. It's like you're not very close to your. All right. As far as this course is concerned, this class is concerned, we'll come to the end of the class. So therefore, I will be sending the projects on this topic. The variable, consider that we've done variable project on variable, several projects though, but today's one will mark the final on variables, even though you're going to be seeing complex object variables, object of dictionary, object of tuple, and all of that. You're going to be seeing, coming across all of those jargons. And the if statement, the elif statement, the else statements with their discrete object and assignment, and distinct also assignment. You know what that means, like the 3 equals to for the equation and for the assignment in terms of a single equals to. And that also, will help. Hello, are you here? Hello? All right. So, did you hear what I said last? Hello, Michael. Did you hear the last thing that I said? Micah, did you hear the last thing that I said? All right. So I'll be sending the project to you now. Then you can pick it up from there. Any question before we call it a day, a night, rather? Any question? All right. So we can call it a very good evening.